Y/NSPOV. I opened my eyes to an unfamiliar room, the walls painted white with a curtain surrounding the bed I was in. It must be the hospital. Pressing the button next to me, I hope it gets the attention of a member of staff because I am dying for a drink of water. While waiting for someone to come, I see many tubes connected to me and IV at my side connected to my arm. A nurse walks in, smiling when she finally sees me awake. You're awake, took you quite some time. How long, I ask. 3 days, she replies as she looks over my charts. Oh, is all I say before remembering what happened to the students? 13? I raise my voice and then whisper, what happened to Shota? The students are fine, a few had injuries but they'll be fine, 13 had quite some damage but they'll be recovering fine. She pauses. Aizawa. He's covered with bandages that he won't be able to take off for a while now, and even after his recovery his quirk has lost some effectiveness due to his head injuries. Can I see him? I ask. Well, you have a broken leg and 2 cracked ribs due to your fall. It must have been from a large height due to your quirk. You also will have really bad migraines for a while now, as you also received some head injuries, which is why you didn't remember what happened straight away. So I don't think it's best if you move from that bed. I'll go get you some water now, you must be thirsty. I'll also bring you a menu for the dinner later on that's served around 6 p.m, she says, walking out as I thank her. I look at the table at the side of my bed to see my phone sitting there, somehow not damaged from the attack, plugged into a socket on the wall. Looking through it I see no notifications, typical. I text Aizawa hoping he would see my message. Time skip. It was now lunchtime. I ordered some random food and lied down watching some YouTube on my phone. Suddenly I hear yelling from a nurse. What's going on? Sir, you need to go back to your room, the nurse yells. No, you have to let me see her, please, he yells back. Sir, it's almost dinner time, she continues to yell. I'll be fine, just take me to her room. The yelling outside the door stops as I hear my door open. Isn't it a private room? YN, I hear as the curtain is opened by the nurse to see Shota, with his face covered in bandages. Oh, that's why he didn't respond to my messages. The nurse guides him towards the chair next to my bed and leaves us to have some privacy, making me smile at her as she walks out. Are you okay? I ask him. Yeah, I'll be fine. How are you? I have 2 cracked ribs and a broken leg. I'll be alright, I reply. I'm so sorry I couldn't help you, he says, looking down slightly. Shota, you were already dealing with too many villains and I ran out of energy way too quickly. It was my fault. I'm not that good against groups. I still feel responsible. You're my teaching assistant. I should have been there, he says. Shota, it's fine, I say, reaching over to hold his hand in reassurance, but he doesn't let go. I was so scared that I lost you. When I first woke up they told me you were still asleep and didn't know when you were going to wake up, he says. How come I've never seen your wings before? Your costume makes a lot more sense now. I never really use my ultimate move because it drains my energy. I don't normally have to fight large groups without a group of heroes with me. Yes, I took down a group of villains, but that was the voices, not me. It seems they have more control of my quirk than I do. My wings only come out when using my ultimate move, and it was my homeroom teacher at the time in England which helped me see them, as my mother has a quirk that gives her wings and is a healer. It didn't surprise her when I also got wings. They were extremely painful the first time I used them though, so I would normally faint seconds after using them. I'm so sorry, kitten, he whispers. It's not your fault, don't blame yourself. A knock at the door interrupts us, a nurse walking in with my dinner. Thank you, I say as she leaves the room, smiling at me. Aren't you going to get your food? I ask Aizawa as I try to sit up slightly, the pain suddenly spiking, making me scream out. Nurses come running back in as Aizawa runs to my side, struggling to help as one of his arms were bandaged and in a sling. The nurses inject some painkiller into my arm, freaking me out as I hate needles, causing me to grip onto Aizawa's arm. The nurses reposition my bed so I can sit up more and eat my food without struggle. Anyways, go get your food, I order Aizawa as the nurses leave. I didn't get any food. I wanted to come see you instead, he says. You should have stayed in your room and eaten. I lecture, you can have some of mine now. No, you eat it, Shota says as I push the plate towards him doing the opposite and pushing it away. I guess we'll both not eat then, I state, leaning back slightly, trying not cause myself any more pain. Do I need to feed you myself? He asks, making me blush bright red, making him question what he just asked and also blush. I don't know if you've realized, but my voice is muffled because I don't have a gap in my bandages to eat, he says. I look over and study his bandages, making me realize how much pain he must be in and what he's hiding. I'm so sorry, I break down in front of him. I'm going to be fine. I'll recover, just eat your food. I slowly start to calm down as Shota rubbed circles on my palm, as we still held hands and I ate with the other. The time for Shota for leave quickly came. By this time he was lying on my bed next to me, one arm slightly wrapped around my front so that I wouldn't be hurt, holding my hand and the other behind me, rubbing my shoulder. Nobody's POV. Shota, it's time for you to leave. The nurse comes in and says but looks to see both of the patients fast asleep, holding on to each other like their lives depended on it. Time skip. Y/NSPOV. The recent USJ attack left many students injured. Heroes 13, Aizawa and Pixie in critical calm. The sound stops all of a sudden. I look over to see Aizawa with the remote to the TV in his hand. You need to stop watching reports about the USJ, he says. But I could have done more. I failed my duty as a teacher, as a hero to protect the students. It makes me wonder if I even deserve my license. Of course you deserve your license. Just because you lost energy in one battle doesn't make you a bad teacher. You help the students learn how to protect people who are in need. While you collapsed, me and Bakugo fought off the villains while Deku went after Shigaraki. Bakugo protected me, I question. Well, that is his duty as a hero in training. What happened after? I continued to question. Well, Inomu, you know the giant creature you saw on the TV was commanded to kill me. He crushed my face into the ground and I almost was gone when All Might and the other heroes came to rescue us, thanks to Ida who went back to the school to get help, he explained. I lean forward a bit to go towards him as he wraps his arms around me. This happened often and seemed normal at this point. Obviously this wasn't the case for Namori and Hisashi. YN, I hear a loud voice scream as my door slams open, making me and Aizawa quickly pull apart and pretend nothing happened. Sir, please keep the noise down. People are sick of nurse lectures. Sorry, he smiles and sits down next to Shota while Namori sits on the end of my bed. What was that I saw going on when I walked in the room? She asks, wiggling her eyebrows. I don't know what you're talking about, I say, blushing and rubbing the back of my neck. Come on, you can tell me, she says, coming close to my ear. Did you do it? She whispers, making me go bright red. Stop harassing her, Namori. Nothing happened, Shota says in his monotone voice. Back to normal, I guess. Whatever you say, we'll get it out of you eventually, won't we, Hisashi? Namori says. Yep. Anyways, Y/N, when are you leaving? The sports festival is tomorrow and of course you won't want to miss mine and Shota's amazing commentary. He laughs. I think I'll be discharged later today. Not sure really, I shrug. Good. The students have missed you, Shota says. Really? I say, smiling. Yeah, they've been nagging me constantly about when you come back. Apparently you are a lot more enthusiastic than me, which I don't really see. I hope I can come tomorrow then. I want to see how they'll do, I smile. Any idea who you'll be interning yet? Namori asks. I have someone in mind. I think they can be a great hero. They just need the motivation to improve, I reply. Who? They all ask. You'll have to wait and see. I'm still not completely sure. I was gonna wait until after the festival to decide. Excuse me, visiting hours are up. A nurse enters the room. One of you can stay. You'll be discharged tomorrow morning. YN. Could you please bring a glass of apple juice, I ask my favorite nurse, and some coffee for Aizawa. She nods, leaving the room. Oh, I wanted to stay. I was hoping we could gossip about your sex life, she smirks as I flushed extremely red. Oh, I want to join this convo, Hisashi laughs. It doesn't exist. I awkwardly rub my shoulder. I can fix that, Namori smirk widens. And no, sorry, I shake my head. Oh, what a shame, we could have had fun. I could have made you such a submissive little girl. She searches through her bag, pulling out a condom and passes it to Aizawa. Make sure you put that to good use. I didn't give it to you for nothing, she says, pulling away, Hisashi leaving me and Shota to uncomfortably stare at each other. How about we use this then, he shrugs. What? I yell suddenly. I'm joking, this is a weird place to do it in, since you know people could have died in this room. Anyways, we could save this for later, kitten, he winks. What's got into you? I ask. Wanted to see your reaction. Seems like you actually wanted it for a minute, he laughs while I stay silent. You did? Yet again I stayed silent. Well, I guess I can fix that, he says, practically launching himself onto me, our lips connecting, a spark electrifying from our lips, as he climbed on top of me, now towered over me. Suddenly he climbs off, leaving me to be shocked at what just happened. Sitting back down in the seat he was in earlier, the nurse comes in, passing us both of our drinks. Thank you, I smile gratefully as Shota does the same, acting like nothing happened. She bids her goodbye as her shift is over. As soon as she leaves the room, Shota grabs his chair and blocks the door. Don't wasn't any more interruptions now, Dweehi smirks.